Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review on the new Marc Jacobs ReMARCable foundation. With that being said, let's begin. Okay, so I have the product right here. As you guys can see, it's just black and white. It's pretty simple. The color that I'm in, it's number 44, which is golden beige. No, golden medium. That's the color that that I picked out. I want to say this is my color just because it has a little bit of yellow undertones. This foundation retails for $55, which is pretty expensive, but at the same time you get a lot of coverage and you get a lot of product. So this one comes in 0.75 fluid ounce, and it's not one whole fluid ounce, so that's one thing, but it does cover a lot. So that's one thing to consider. It is a very full coverage foundation, but at the same time it feels so light on the skin. It feels like you don't have anything on your skin. It doesn't feel tight. It doesn't feel like moist. It doesn't feel like you have a face cream on your face. I think this foundation is just perfect for all skin types. Now let me go ahead and talk a little bit about the packaging. It comes like in this little, glass jar in a pill form. And of course, this is just, you don't twist the cap or anything like that. You just snap it off like that, and it comes with a twist. It's not a dropper. It's just like a little wand. The website, it says that you're supposed to dot, like 4 little dots, on your forehead, on your cheeks, and right here. And then you go ahead and blend everything out. That's what I did, and it gave me a really nice cover. I just felt that I needed just a little bit more. Just right here on my cheek area and around my temples, because I do have freckles right there. And like I said, sometimes I want to cover them, sometimes I don't. But since it's a full coverage foundation, might as well just cover everything completely, if that makes sense. So the packaging is not a very convenient packaging, but overall I do like it, and I feel like it's very heavy. And of course you paid for the packaging as well and the product, and I think it's a win-win situation. Now, because it is a full coverage foundation, I don't mind the price. If you have oily skin, it's not super moisturizing to the fact that everything is slipping off or anything like that. So I do believe that it's targeted for all skin types. Now, as you guys know, I'm very oily. I tested this out for around 8+ hours, and I do have to say it holds up pretty well, considering the fact that right here in LA it gets cold, it gets hot, it gets humid, it rains out of nowhere. So it did hold up pretty good. Now, because I am very oily, I do have to prep my skin. I do have to prime with an oil, like a mattifying primer. The 2 primers that I love, it's the Make It Forever mattifying primer. That's just to control the oils, and the other one is Dr. Brand Pores No More primer. I think that's the one. Now the Dr. Brand, I just emphasize it right here, which is where I have most visible pores, and I feel like that primer does a very good job. So if you're oily, just make sure you prep your skin. If you're dry, same thing. I've been using this foundation for about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and I do have to say that I do like it. Not for an everyday, of course, because it is full coverage, but all those days that I want to go ahead and feel fancy, or I go out or anything like that, I love this foundation because, like I said, it is a very full coverage foundation, but at the same time it's just very light on the skin, and you're going to be able to see some not imperfections, but maybe like your freckles peeping through, and it's not super, it's not that bad or anything like that, Of course, you can go ahead and add a little bit more. I don't think this foundation has any SPF or anything like that, so it's not going to give you like a flashback photos if you're taking, flash photos or anything. Right now, of course, flash photos is, I love flash photos, but at the same time, I do have to wear the right foundation and the right color. So yeah, this foundation doesn't have any SPF. Don't worry if you're gonna get like any flashback. Just make sure you get the right color of foundation. Also, another thing to consider is that if you have a lot of texture on your skin or big pores or anything like that, I feel like it does emphasize. But like I said, just make sure you prep your skin beforehand or before you're using this foundation, just because, like I said, it does emphasize those areas. I don't feel like it does separate unless it's really humid outside and it's very hot outside. So I'm extremely oily, and I get oily by maybe the 4th hour the most. So yeah, this is not supposed to control oils or anything like that, so that's one thing to keep in mind. I like to apply it with my kabuki brush, my angled kabuki brush from RC Cosmetics, just because it gives me like a full coverage. I don't know, I just like that brush for some reason. On me, it didn't oxidize. Retail price, I think it's good, given the fact that it's a full coverage, and just the packaging itself, it's very heavy, it's very sleek, and maybe not so much like the the applicator. I don't like the applicator. I mean, if you're not gonna share foundations or anything like that, you can go ahead and just apply the applicator on your face, directly on your face, and you're good to go. Otherwise, you can go ahead and use like a, you know, dish tray or something like that, or the back of your hand, and that's that. With the beauty blender, I feel like the beauty blender blended out everything seamlessly, and I feel like with this one, you don't need to, I mean, I don't feel like I need to set it. You know me, us oily people have to set every single foundation out there because just to keep us safe, you know, throughout the day. So that's that. Overall, I do love this foundation. I feel like it's, of course, it's not an everyday type of foundation, but it's definitely one of my top, you know, 5 foundations out there. That's that. If you have any questions, just go ahead and let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and put more information down in the description box. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.